cheap guitars don't always sound bad. It's entirely possible to find a really good cheap guitar. Just the way the wood and the craftsmanship, sometimes they accidentally get it right and sometimes you accidentally find it. Sometimes I think expensive guitars can make you sound worse. Because when you're playing a cheap guitar, you can just blame it on the guitar. But if you're playing an expensive guitar and it doesn't sound amazing, we everybody knows it's you. You know it's you. So if you're still growing and you're still learning, you should try to play on with the best sound possible so your shortcomings are obvious. And that way you'll be able to grow into a really good instrument and you'll get your detail work really good. If you are growing on a cheap, shitty instrument, you'll never hear that detail work and you won't know to work on it till much later in your growth process. And although it is rewarding to do the work to be able to make a cheap instrument sound good, to be able to compensate for that, you have to compensate in an entirely different way when you're playing an instrument that just works and sounds beautiful, and every note you hit sounds like music, and every hand thing you do is just under the microscope, it seems. There is something to be said about improving guitars. Like, this is a really cheap Fender acoustic. It's a very ordinary cheap one. But after doing some truss rod adjustment and replacing the plastic nut and the plastic saddle with bone, it sounds really good. I have a Martin guitar and I can't play like that on the Martin. I can't attack it the same way that I can attack a cheap guitar. I guess it's easier to be disrespectful to a cheap guitar. And with rock music, you got to have this rebellious attitude in there combined with whatever else your intention is. Oh my god, I burned myself with a cigarette earlier and it looks bad.